We request you once again to be seated. We are ready to begin the program. हम आपसे अनुरोध करेंगे कि आप कृपया अपनी सीट्स पे बैठ जाएं। हम जल्द ही कार्यक्रम को शुरू करेंगे। हम कार्यक्रम को शुरू करने वाले हैं। हम फिर से सबसे अनुरोध करेंगे कि आप प्लीज़ बैठ जाएं। नमस्कार, आदाब, सत श्री अकाल, अयुभुवन। On behalf of Azad Foundation, National Foundation for India, and iPartner India, I welcome you to the 3rd Kamla Bhasin Award Ceremony. हम आप सबका तहे दिल से स्वागत करते हैं और आप सबको शुक्रिया करते हैं कि इस अवार्ड के 3 साल के सफ़र में आप हर पल हमारे साथ रहे। Today, we are joined by friends, allies, and colleagues, not just from India and South Asia, but from across the globe. This is truly momentous and special. The love and solidarity that Kamla spread across borders, nations, and continents is now the beating heart of this award. तो चलिए, आज के दिन की आगाज़ कमला के कहे कुछ शब्दों से करते हैं। अगर आपको भी ये शब्द याद हैं, तो आप भी इन्हें मेरे साथ कहें। हम औरतें जड़ों सी हैं और हमारी अपनी जड़ें भी हैं। इन्हीं जड़ों पर खड़े हैं हम, इन्हीं की बदौलत लड़े और चुपचाप आगे बढ़े हैं हम। वे काटते हैं ऊपर से, वे काटते हैं ऊपर से, हम बढ़ते और फैलते जाते हैं नीचे से। अपने आसपास की और जड़ों से मिलते और जुड़ते रहेंगे हम। मिलना और जुड़ना, कमला के इरादों, सपनों और कोशिशों का फ़लसफ़ा यही था। चाहे सरहदें हों, अलग अलग विचारधाराएं हों या अलग अलग नज़रियों हों, कमला ने कभी अलगाव को, कभी अलगपन को अलगाव की नज़र से नहीं देखा। हम जिस भी ज़मीन पर खड़े हैं, कमला का विश्वास था कि ज़मीन के नीचे हमारी जो जुड़ी जड़ें हैं वो आपस में जुड़ी हुई हैं। उनका जीवन भी उनके इस विश्वास का उदाहरण ही था। वह पैदा हुई थी अनडिवाइडेड पंजाब में, पली बड़ी राजस्थान में, हिंदुस्तान के हर हिस्से से जुड़ी हुई थी, जिसने नेपाल में भी अपना आशियाना बना लिया। पाकिस्तान में सब उन्हें कमला आपा कहते थे और बांग्लादेश में उन्हें कमला दी कहते थे। वो हर मिट्टी में घुली है, हर आसमान में महक रही है और हर महासागर में मिल जाने वाली नदी है। She belonged to the world and she made the world her own. With the connections that she forged, the verses that she sang, and the people that she nurtured, and the love that she gave so readily, Kamla lives on. तो चलिए कमला की यादों का सिलसिला आगे बढ़ाते हुए उनके जीवन पर एक छोटी सी फिल्म देखते हैं।
में मजा आता है उन्हें बहने में मजा आता है। उन्हें मंजूर नहीं बेवजह रोका जाना। और परिंदों से बन रही हैं लड़कियां, उन्हें उड़ने में मजा आता है कि परिंदों से बन रही हैं लड़कियां, उन्हें उड़ने में मजा आता है। उन्हें मंजूर नहीं उनके परों का काटा जाना। और फूलों से बन रही हैं लड़कियां, उन्हें महकने में मजा आता है। मैं कमला भसीन हूँ और पिछले 40-42 वर्षों से बहुत सारे सोशल इश्यूज पर काम कर रही हूँ। परिवारों में परिवारों में उन स्थानों में बड़ी मैं हुई राजस्थान के गांवों में, वही सरकारी स्कूलों में पढ़ी 10वीं तक, फिर सरकारी कॉलेज और सरकारी यूनिवर्सिटी में पढ़ी। मेरी पैदाइश पंजाब की है और वो पंजाब आज पाकिस्तान में, तो इसलिए शुरू से मैं अपने आप को एक साउथ एशियन समझती हूँ। और मेरी खुशकिस्मती थी है कि मेरे माँ बाप ने मुझे रोका नहीं।
The biggest slogan feminism has given us is that the personhood is the political, and it has various meanings and interpretations. 4 साल ये काम राजस्थान में रहकर, गाँवों में रहकर किया। उसके बाद 27 साल संयुक्त राष्ट्र संघ में FAO में काम किया। I worked out of Delhi doing this work of going around the region, identifying people's organizations, women's groups, cultural organizations working for justice, peace, democracy, human rights, and equality. And now when I look back at that time, we did not know NGOs across border. Today, every NGO knows people in the neighboring countries, and then got involved with amazing regional networks. So got involved officially as an FAO person with all these initiatives because FAO supported all these initiatives. Similarly, in South Asia, we started through FAO a group called Sangat. After I left FAO, Sangat still continues. And even now, every time there is an opportunity to get involved with a global campaign. Like 4 years ago, I was asked by E. Wensler, before they were starting 1 Billion Rising campaign against violence against women, that when I'm working in my own organization called Sangat, I feel like a drop of water. But once I join Peace Women Across the Globe or World Social Forum or 1 Billion Rising, I feel like the ocean. Unless South Asia has cooperation and peace, no country can remove poverty, disease, inequality. Let us all celebrate our womanhood. Let us all celebrate our South Asianness with love, with song, dance, and music.
From patriarchy, from all hierarchy, from endless violence, from helpless silence, for self-expression, for celebration. We love it madly. Come say it loudly. Azadi.
From 1 to billion, Kamla really was like an ocean. She embraced everyone and was unwavering in her commitment towards building a South Asian feminist movement. Through a video message, all the way from Sri Lanka, we're joined today by none other than Her Excellency, Madam Chandrika Bandar Naike Kumaratunga. Her Excellency was supposed to join us today as the guest of honor, but owing to an emergency, she could not join today. But she sent a message to commemorate and honor Kamla. Madam Kumaratunga needs no introduction. She served as the first and only female president of Sri Lanka, as well as the second female prime minister of the country. She remembers Kamla today as the one who transcended borders and whom we need to call upon to guide us in this world, which is currently full of strife, war, and divisiveness. Let us watch the video with the message from Her Excellency.
Greetings from Sri Lanka. I am truly delighted to participate today in the Kamla Bhasin Award for driving gender equality across South Asia to commemorate a great leader, Kamla Bhasin, author, poet, and feminist icon of India, as well as throughout South Asia. I am honored to be given the privilege of speaking at this event. I sincerely regret my inability to be present in person with you today and hope that I can join you for other events in the coming years. We know that Kamla engaged passionately and tirelessly on gender issues and in the fight for violence against women in India. She engaged in the forefront of protest lines, protest marches, and other diverse campaigns on the issue of violence against women. She took her struggle across borders and addressed people all over the world. Another issue Kamla took up was to create peace and harmony in South Asia. She stated that, I quote, "Without peace in South Asia, there could be no progress." She also stated that walls turned sideways are bridges. We know that she tried hard to break down walls and build bridges of peace and harmony. She worked at the United Nations in the Food and Agriculture Organization and co-founded several organizations and networks such as Sangat to promote regional action through cooperation. She also initiated the 1 Billion Rising campaign, which resonated massively throughout India. Her fight for justice for women was an integral part of her action for peace and human security. She stated, "Peace is not possible without justice." She worked against poverty and disease, violence against women, caste and racial discrimination. She was truly a global citizen. She was known to fearlessly express what she believed in, and she lived her beliefs. Kamla's message is more relevant today than ever before. I have no doubt that the awards given today in memory of Kamla's work would encourage women especially, as well as men and trans persons, in their struggle against male domination and for building a world where gender equality is honored. She personified the joy of living, even in the face of worst adversity. Let us dedicate ourselves to achieving Kamla's vision of a better world.
We're extremely grateful to Her Excellency for sharing this message and for evoking Kamla's powerful words, walls turned sideways are bridges. उन्होंने हमें आज ये याद कराया है कि नारीवादी आंदोलनों ने हमेशा से ही सरहदें पार करी हैं, अब चाहे वो घर परिवार की सरहदें हों या फिर देश की सरहदें हों, और ये भी कि नारीवादी आंदोलनों के सरकारों में हमेशा से ही अमन, सुख और चैन की तमन्ना रची बसी रही है. Well, Kamla has touched the lives of many across South Asia. Her spirit also reverberates in many other parts of the world. The world was her oyster. She traveled extensively. She believed in and practiced the radical possibilities of joy. To spread, to embrace, and to bring together. This was always at Kamla's core. To remember this and so much more, we're joined today by our chief guest, Hope Chigudu. Hope likes to introduce herself as an uncontainable feminist. Her homes are Uganda and Zimbabwe, but also her body and anywhere where her tribe is, in organizations, well-being circles, or simply in spaces of joy, excitement, creativity, and imagination. She has decades of experience in feminist movement building and feminist leadership development. She believes in the health and well-being of individuals as well as the collective, where people are the focus and their needs, emotions, and senses are supported and enhanced. She's also the co-founder of the Zimbabwe Women's Resource Center and Network and Just Associates. She served on the boards of Global Fund for Women, Urgent Action Fund Africa, Global Fund for Community Foundation, and Oxfam South Africa. We welcome you, Hope, and we request you to join us on the stage. We would also like to invite Dolon Ganguly, the Chief Functionary of Azad Foundation, to join us on the stage and present a token of our love to Hope. Well, over to you, Hope.
Thanks very much. Friends, I come from Africa, but I'm also Asian. I first came to India about 20 years ago, and I've not stopped visiting India. I think I should be taken as a citizen of this country because I love the colors, I love food, I love dress, I love everything that is India and that is Southeast Asia. I've been to Nepal about 30 times. So thanks for inviting me. My presentation is going to be in the form of a letter to Kamla. It's going to be presented by many of us because Kamla, as you saw, was a woman of the people. Feminism is about the collective. It's not about an individual. An individual cannot bring about changes. So we are many who are going to present. And in our presentation, we are going to pick some of the nuggets, a few things that we remember her for. They are not exhaustive, but just for us to remember. And we are not presenting Kamla as an angel. The angels are not yet born. We present her as a human being who had faults, who had shortcomings, who might even have fought with some of you sitting in the room. But that is how powerful people are. They cause chaos, they cause joy, they cause achievements, but they also make many people unhappy. So we might praise her, but this is not to say that she was an angel. So here is a letter to our sister, our comrade, our ally, Kamla. My sister Kamla, how are you? Are you still crazy? Are you still organizing? Are you still fighting? Are you still enjoying life and dancing? How are you? We don't know what happens there, but knowing Kamla, she might be doing all these things. I'm happy to have this time to sit with your memories, because here in this room, we can only sit with her memories. Today is the 30th of November, 2025. We are here at Stein Auditorium, Habitat Center in New Delhi. Although we are in New Delhi, many people are sitting with you in many places. People are watching this from wherever they are, be it Kenya, be it South Africa, be it South America, wherever they are sitting with you and remembering you. Yours is a story of many lives, perspectives, and seasons. It weaves many stories of people, culture, country, places, and power dynamics. If you know Kamla, or if you've heard about her, you very well know that your story is her story. But you also know that your story touched her story, as we saw in the video that was shown. It is a story of generosity, social solidarity, and humanity. She was not just an activist. She was a human being, and she very much, respected humanity. So whether you were friends, whether you were allies, whatever you were, you are in her story. It is a story that reminds us that when life is over and its work is done, we will let go with care and dignity, knowing that others will come after us to carry on the work in a new form. So Kamla left, she left with dignity, but you are carrying on the work, especially young people. You are carrying on the work in a new form. It might not be the Kamla way, but you are carrying on the story in your own way. So let me tell you how I met Kamla. It was in 2017. I had heard about her. Many people in the world have heard about Kamla, wherever they are. So in 2017, I was on my way, traveling together with my sisters, going to Dharamsala to visit one of the organizations that she co-founded, Jagori. At the airport here in New Delhi, they had problems with our tickets. It was early in the morning, we didn't know where to go. But one of her sisters, Abba Bayer, advised that we get in touch with Kamla. She gave us her contact, go to her house, and be comfortable. We were not sure how we were going to go to a stranger, 3 people, and be comfortable. But somehow we went, and she received us as though she had known us all her life. She was very happy to see us. She fed us. She entertained us. She told us about her late daughter. And she really behaved as if we were family. Imagine meeting a person for the first time. She receives you. She cooks for you. She opens doors for conversation and behaves as if she has known you forever and ever. She created a sanctuary, a space for us, to be happy and we were very happy. And she did that by engaging in many different kinds of conversation. She showed us the depth of love, and that was beautiful. So you are there, you are new to India, you have been bounced off your flight, and then you are directed to this beautiful soul, and she's there for you, she takes care of you. For me, it was a reminder that sisterhood is global. It was a reminder that the work we do should spread, and not only with people we know, but people we connect with at a spiritual level. So this reminded me of Thomas More, who talked about how difficult it can be to open your soul to another person. When you meet someone and you open your soul and you let them know what's going on, even that person sometimes is uncomfortable, but once they accept, they also open their soul to you, and you know what's going on with them. And this is how it was. So Kamla was a very versatile activist. She was capable of being raw, as in quarreling. She could quarrel if she wanted to. So she was capable of being raw. She was capable of being refined, to be that real Indian woman who can give it to you as it is, but at the same time know how to be refined when she needed to be. She was funny. You saw her being funny. She was smooth. She could be smooth. She was intellectual. She was artistic. Many of you know of her poems. She was very artistic. She was everything. She was everything. So she was on a decolonial journey, trying to really understand India, the world beyond colonialism. She was on that journey. And she was, she spent a lot of time trying to understand that. So it is no wonder that her life has been featured in many documentaries that inspire old and new generations. So she was this woman that was really everything to us all. If you study Kamla, you see yourself in Kamla. Let me stop here and let my allies, my other comrades to come in and share their stories of Kamla and how they knew her. So over to you.
Kamla, you unraveled the power of wellness. You reminded us to recognize the capitalist world and its never-ending work and machinations, and encouraged us to slow down as a function of awareness and presence. To slow down so as to listen to one another, other movements, our lands, communities, ancestors, and children in a way that isn't instrumental. So slowing down for you was an embodiment that allows us to penetrate into different kinds of realities, other worlds of our imaginations. The insistence on slowing down reminds me of Trisha Hersey of the NAP Ministry, who describes rest as a radical threat to the system that feeds on the grind of urgency. We're living and participating in violence via machine-level pace of functioning. Anyone who goes against this space is living as an outlier and a risk taker. It's a voyeur-style resistance to push back and disrupt this reality. Kamla, you also resourced many other movements beyond the country of your birth, India. You wrote, you documented, and you were inclusive. In your writing, either alone or with other activists, you let stories and topics, as raw as they could be, to awaken the spirit of conversations, particularly the uncomfortable ones. You transformed literacy and authored alternative futures. You were thus constantly innovating, reading between the lines in the ever-evolving local and global contexts, and listening attentively to its growing intergenerational community. Essentially, Kamla, you promoted the creative word as a catalyst for transformation, deconstructing, reclaiming, and reimagining cultural feminist identities and our stories. Some of your books include the following: Borders and Boundaries, Women in India's Partition, Understanding Gender, What is Patriarchy, Exploring Masculinity, Girls Want Azadi, Grappling with Each Other, Theory and Practice. You also gifted us with the poems to enrich our souls and to appeal to a wide audience. They continue to disrupt many linearities and binaries and tease out many streams within the mainstream. Your work rooted us in the knowledge that despite multiple oppressions, women and gender non-conforming people and others who've been forced to the margins of the society have agency and power. You refuse to be hopeless, helpless, powerless victim, no matter the trials and tribulations, including losing your precious daughter and taking care of a physically disabled child. Hence, based on your work and the work of the other activists, we recognize our struggle as both resistance to oppressive forms of power at the personal, institution, and systemic levels, but also as the creativity to imagine and co-create the world that we want for ourselves and our future generations. Kamla, wherever you are, floating, sitting, smile, because your pioneering spirit, tireless activism, and commitment to feminist principles are still inspiring and equipping us with knowledge.
Kamla, you immersed in identity politics. You were not afraid to enter the challenging world of identity politics, rupture and shape powerfully potent transformative frameworks that invited us to shapeshift the world. You brought on board all humans as a space to be owned by all and for each. Most of the spaces you created were homes to creative minds and spirits, and somehow not so much homes for the everyday thinking that puts women, girls, boys, people with disabilities, and non-binary groups at crossroads. The spaces you created were for exploring and celebrating humanity in all its forms. Kamla, if you came back today, you would be happy that we continue to reframe our understanding of justice, of history, and of humanity. At the heart of the complex questioning in various conversations is the vital question of our time. What does it mean to be a human in times such as these? You went everywhere, building capabilities through sharing experiences and knowledge in the analysis of power and the decolonization concept, which up to now help us to understand and identify ways to break out, push back, and even fight many of the discriminatory practices, unfair situations, and inequalities that we have been living with and suffering from for many centuries.
You listened, heard, appreciated, offered and disrupted tired narratives while providing alternative perspectives. You demanded that our politics have to be a lot more generous than an information spilling machine. They have to be a lot more practical than going to the voting booth. A lot more generous and hospitable and spatial. The aesthetic of it must go beyond speaking truth to power. Power must listen and be willing to respond, not just technical bureaucratic responses. You packaged feminist knowledge and information experientially, with freshness and diversity in form and content. You mobilized large audiences, teasing out audience feedback and generating interest and participation among diverse groups of nations and at grassroots levels to engage with and become feminist content producers and users. You also dealt with the thorny issues of sexuality and women's bodies. I can still hear you shouting. When I'm raped, people say that I've lost my honor. My honor is not in my vagina. How bold. And then reminding us, Meri behne mange azadi. My sisters demand freedom. In most of your presentations, speeches, and comments, you reminded us to ask new questions, to gain new insights, and to have conversations. You invited us to story new ideas, to story new tensions, to ask new questions about what it means to be alive as suppressed people. You pointed to some of the issues to ask for when the wild goddesses of feminism, transformation, emancipation, and liberation visit us. Kamla, you co-created spaces where groups and communities met, connected, interacted, and grew together around shared ideas, experiences, and expressions. Space where collectively they created and organized forums and events to hone their skills, build audiences, and amplify their voices. Invariably, books, stories, and shared experiences became a converging point and prompts. Regardless of whether a space you created was formal or informal, happening within or beyond India's physical and virtual vicinity, there were always elements of learning, sharing, and mentoring.
You looked for the voices of the youth, the young artists and poets, and inspired them, thus ensuring continuity and growth of the movement. You encouraged them to embrace many varied forms of organizing and dialogue through their differences. You inspired them to unfold and spread their wings, even if they were not sure about what lay ahead. Kamla, as we continue to celebrate you, we are going to remember to reflect, so that as we walk, we look at where we are. We reflect on things. It is like thinking alongside. Part of our function is to create spaces for both reflection and contestation. And we are going to go beyond reflections on practice and rigorously embrace theoretical work, reading, reminding ourselves of the theory as you taught us. We are not going to forget to continuously search and provide support for emerging leadership, looking and listening for leadership sparks, and plowing back consciously while looking for where potential lies and nurturing that. At each stage of our journey, Kamla, we will stop to reflect on your work and to harvest your nuggets of courage and hope.
So thanks very much, the allies that came in to share the story, because as I've said, feminism is about the collective. We participate, we work together, as Kamla, has taught us. So as Ad Foundation, I partner India and National Foundation. Thank you very much for organizing these awards, the award ceremony. All of you friends who are here, sitting in this room, thanks for tending to the field where we are becoming and thriving together, because one person cannot bring about a difference in the world. This work of organizing, whether it is feminism or other ways of organizing, is really, really important. And we are not going to get anywhere unless we organize, as we are seeing that fundamentalist governments are spreading in the world. So it is very important, and I use my presence here to brace it and to brace you. But before I take my seat, I want to challenge you. We have shared the story of Kamla. We've talked about her strengths, her not so strengths. There were areas that, she was a human being. We talked about her presence, her recognition of the importance of organizing globally. We all can't be Kamlas. So wherever you are sitting, when your time comes, to leave this world and go somewhere else, what are we going to remember you for? It doesn't have to really be something big. It could be something small, depending on where you are. It could also be something big. But whatever you are doing, are you doing it with your soul? Are you doing it with your heart? Are you bringing about changes? Are you aware that there are different generations, different ways of being? What are we going to remember you for? So as I leave the stage, that is the question. Sit with that question, really go deep within yourself and ask, what am I going to be remembered for? Thanks so much for inviting me all the way from Africa. I'm honored to be here, and I really, really hope that your work thrives, and thanks for doing it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hope. I don't think so there are words enough to describe what you've generated here today. The way you've evoked Kamla, it's also probably warmed us and healed us. And we want to express our gratitude for penning this beautiful letter to Kamla, for letting some of us co-narrate them with you, and maybe also to remind us that no narrative is ever really singular. So thank you so, so much, Hope. Can we please give her another round of applause? The Kamla Bhasin Award for driving the world towards gender equality has been constituted to encourage the efforts being taken by cis women and men and trans women and men across South Asia who fight patriarchy and work towards a gender-just society. The award encompasses South Asia to include Afghanistan, Bangladesh, Bhutan, India, Maldives, Nepal, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka. Entries have been accepted in all the official languages of the 8 countries. ये अवार्ड 2 श्रेणियों में दिया जाता है. पहली श्रेणी में ऐसे किसी सिस या ट्रांस महिला को अवार्ड किया जाएगा जो नॉन ट्रेडिशनल लाइवलीहुड के प्रैक्टिशनर हैं, और दूसरी कैटेगरी में ऐसे किसी सिस या ट्रांस पुरुष को पुरस्कृत किया जाएगा जो एक जेंडर जस्ट इकोसिस्टम बनाने के लिए कार्यशील है. Along with this, 2 special jury awards are also being awarded in both the categories. इस साल दक्षिण एशिया के 8 देशों से 90 एप्लीकेशंस आए. पहली कैटेगरी में 68 एप्लीकेशंस आए और दूसरी कैटेगरी में 22 एप्लीकेशंस आए. We'll now play a message from Radhika Kumaraswamy, who has also chaired the jury of the Kamla Bhasin Awards this year. Ms. Kumaraswamy could not unfortunately join us today due to some unforeseen circumstances. She hails from Sri Lanka, is a renowned lawyer, diplomat, and human rights advocate who served as UN Under-Secretary General and as Special Representative of the Secretary General on Children and Armed Conflict. She has also served as the UN Special Rapporteur on Violence Against Women. So let us get to know more about the award. Let us hear from Ms. Kumaraswamy.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my great pleasure to address you as the chairperson of the jury this year, chosen to give the Kamla Bhasin Awards to a group of very talented individuals. I am joined in this effort by other highly qualified and dynamic members of the jury, Anu Aga, Kushi Kabir, Namita Bandari, Binda Pandey, and Munizai Jehangir. The Kamla Bhasin Awards are aimed to represent the life and work of Kamla Bhasin, a life dedicated to selfless service, always foregrounding the oppressed and marginalized groups in our society. She was a beacon of light for women all over South Asia during her life, and her legacy continues to inspire all of us living through these difficult times. Kamla was never afraid to speak out. She was never in doubt when standing with those who society leaves behind. Her work will never be forgotten. We remember her, we miss her. This year, the Kamla Bhasin Awards drew candidates from a wide geographical area, nearly all the countries of South Asia, and a short list in the different categories were presented to the jury, who met in October to make their decisions. We had extraordinary individuals to evaluate. We had young men running creative programs on gender equality and masculinity, women involved in non-traditional livelihoods, doing strenuous and exciting physical activity, women with disabilities struggling and making a life for themselves, women challenging sexual and gender identities in the most creative and dangerous ways, trade unionists and labor activists fighting for the rights of working class women. Every one of them was extraordinary. Because there were so many deserving candidates, we have awarded a special jury award in addition to the Kamla Bhasin Award in each of the categories. I'm sorry I'm not there with you today due to some health concerns, but I wish the awardees strength and fortitude in their actions ahead. They must know that South Asia supports them in their struggle and that Kamla Bhasin must be watching over us with a great deal of appreciation. I wish you the very best.
We thank Ms. Kumaraswamy for sharing this very important message about the award. And it's time now that we introduce you to our winners. We now invite Khushi Kabir, a member of the jury, to join us on the stage and announce the winner of the Kamla Bhasin Award in the first category. Ms. Kabir is a social activist, feminist, and an environmentalist from Bangladesh. She's currently the coordinator of Nijera Kori. She's also involved in an honorary capacity in various national, regional, and global forums. She's also the regional advisor for Sangat and Bangladesh coordinator for the 1 Billion Rising global campaign. We welcome you, ma'am. I also invite Mehtab Alam, the lead of communications and public engagement at the National Foundation for India, to join us on the stage to felicitate Ms. Kabir. Thank you, Mehtab. Ma'am, we now request you to announce the winner in the first category.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Before announcing the winners, I just want to say a couple of words. I wasn't able to be present in person for the first and the second award ceremony. I thought I wouldn't be able to be present in person this time either, but I think Kamla made it happen. Unfortunately, we talk about a united South Asia, no borders, friendships, a lot of learning from each other, a lot of collaboration, and globally too, but as a region. And Kamla really believed in it. And most of the South Asian groups I belong to were somehow initiated, or I was introduced to them by Kamla. Today is the 30th of November, and in the middle of the 16 days of activism. And Kamla had decided that 30th November would be the South Asian Day in this whole 16 days of activism. So today, it's the most, I think, it's the perfect day to have chosen. I know my friends in Bangladesh are very upset that I am here instead of being in Dhaka, but they will understand that for Kamla, everything is forgiven. For me, this is very poignant because this is the first time I've come to Delhi where Kamla is not physically present. And it was emotional for me. But I felt coming here in this hall that Kamla was there. I felt it from yesterday when I met with my old friends together and being like we used to be in Kamla's house where everybody would just drop in. So, Kamla, I mean, I loved everyone talked about Kamla and what Kamla was. And I think to each one of us who Kamla has touched, she has meant much more. And I just want to I felt today that some people live on because of who they are, who they've touched, how they've touched, and what they have been. Sorry, I've gone on a bit, but I was a bit emotional because, as I said, this is the first time I'm in Delhi without Kamla being here present physically. Kamla wouldn't let me stay anywhere except in her house. So let me thank the Kamla Bhasin Award group for having initiated this, to the 3 organizations that are jointly collaborating this wonderful event, and I'm so glad to be here. So I would like to first announce the name of the winner in category 1. The category 1 is a woman practitioner of non-traditional livelihood, and the winner is Lalita Ranjani Dedu Kumara. Lalita Ranjani Dedu Kumara from Sri Lanka. And I will say, as a member of the jury board, we had a very difficult time because we had such wonderful applications. I don't know what the 90 applications were like, but the short list was very difficult for us to choose from. So she is amazing, and I'm sure there'll be a bit about her, and we'll know why we chose her, and she's the most. I'm holding this. Thank you.
Thank you, Khushi ji. Thank you for not just presenting the award to Lalita, but for also evoking Kamla so beautifully. So I'll also introduce Lalita briefly, and then we will also hear from Lalita herself. Lalita is among the first generation of women garment workers in Sri Lanka. She joined the garment sector in the early 90s and has over 30 years of experience in this sector. Owing to poverty and her circumstances, she could not complete her education and joined a garment factory close to her village. Her life changed when the factory was shut down, and she saw herself at the forefront of a protest against the factory closure. Thereafter, she became a union organizer and was appointed as one of the first women coordinators of the National Workers' Congress in Sri Lanka. Lalita is also the founder of Textile Garment and Clothing Workers Union, the first women-led trade union in Sri Lanka. Her work has impacted the livelihoods of more than 100 women garment workers as they fought and prevailed against employers and the state. Lalita, we now request you to say a few words. She'll be speaking in Sinhala. So we request Shyama to join us on the stage to translate Lalita's words for the audience.
සියලු දෙනාටම සුබ උදෑසනක්. සියලු දෙනාටම
Good morning, everybody. Ayubowan.
මට මේ වේදිකාවට ආවට පස්සේ මම කතා කරන්න ආපු දේවල් වෙනස් කරන්න හිතුණා. හැබැයි මම වෙනස් කරන්නේ නැහැ.
I decided to change what I wanted to say, but I will continue to go on with the speech I prepared.
මමත් කියන්න උනා මමත් දුප්පත් පන්තියෙන් ආවලයා ගාවන් ෆැක්ටරි එක මම හඳුන්වා දෙමිදි කිව්වා වැඩ කරලා අද කාන්තා වෘත්තීය සමිතියක් හැටියට දශක 3ක් මේ රටේ අපේ ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ පීඩිත පන්ති වෙනුවෙන් වැඩ කරන්න ලැබීම මම වාග්යක් කොට සලකනවා.
My journey, first as a garment sector worker and then a trade union activist, is almost 3 decades long.
අපි ගොඩක් කිසිදු පන්ති ભેදයකින් තොරව අපේ රටේ සියලුම කාන්තාවන් වෙනුවෙන් දරුවන් වෙනුවෙන් තනි මව්වරුන් වෙනුවෙන් වැඩ කරා.
I have fought for women of all ethnicities and children and all backgrounds.
හැබැයි ඒ අයගේ අයිතිවාසිකම් ආරක්ෂා කරලා දෙන යනකොට වෘත්තීය සමිති නායිකාවන් හැටියට අපිට සිද්ධ වුණා ගොඩක් අභියෝගයන් වලට තර්ජනයන් වලට වෙනස් කොට සැලකීම් වලට භාජනය වෙන්න.
While it has been fruitful and rewarding, being a woman in this world, in this field, has been challenging.
ඒ අභියෝග අපි කාන්තාවන් හැටිය ශ්‍රී ලංකාවේ ගෑනුන් ජයගත්තා.
However, we were able to emerge victorious from those challenges.
මට කියන්න තියෙන්නේ මම බලාපොරොත්තුනේ නෑ කමලා භාෂිනී වැනි සම්මානයක් මට ලැබෙයි කියලා.
I never expected that I will be rewarded with an award such as Kamla Bhasin Award.
මේ කාන්තා නායකත්වයට ආව වගේම අදෘශ්‍යමානව තමයි මේ සම්මානය මට ලැබුණේ. මං සංවිධායක කමිටුවට මගේ පූර්ණ ගෞරවය මම ආදරයෙන් පිරිනමනවා.
I thank all the organizers and the feminists who worked hard to make this possible.
මේ සම්මානය මම ලබා ගත්තා වගේම අනිකුත් සියලු දෙනාට මේක හිමි.
This award belongs to everyone in my community.
මම මේ ගෞරවය තුලින් මේ සම්මානය තුලින් ශ්‍රී ලංකාව වගේ ආසියානු කලාපේ පුළුවන් තරම් මේ සම්මානයත් එක්ක ඉදිරි ගමන ජීවත් වෙන්න තුරා මේ කම්කරු ප්‍රජාව වෙනුවෙන් වැඩ කරනවා කියන සාතිකය දෙමින් මම පුංචි සින්දු කෑල්ලක් කියනවා කම්කරුවන් ගැන.
This award will surely give me strength to keep going. And I want to say a bit of a song, just 2 lines, just to finish my speech.
මට ඒක කියන්න හිතුනේ අසහාය කමලා භාෂිනී කියන ස්ත්‍රීවාදිනිය හැම දෙයකම ආදරය කරපු නිසා.
I was inspired by Kamla Bhasin, her love and her creativity in her feminist activism.
වෙලාව සීමිතයි. අපි සන්නිධාන වැඩවලට මේ සින්දුව අපේ කම්කරුවන්ට කියනවා.
In our organizing week, we always sing this song.
අවුවට වැස්සට හුරු මිනිසුන්නේ දෑතේ විරියෙනි රටවල් නැගුණේ ඒ මිනිසුන්ගේ මලගම වෙනුවෙන් මොන රජ මැදුරේද සුදු කොඩි වැනුනේ මොන රජ මැදුරේද සුදු කොඩි වැනුනේ මොන රජ දරුවාද පැලකට වැඩියේ.
Just give a small translation of what she said. Nations are built by the hands of Nations are built by the hands of those who are used to the sun and the rain. However, which royal child would visit the homes of these people to listen to their sorrows? Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Lalita. And thank you also for singing that song for us. That was truly delightful. Please, a huge round of applause again for Lalita. And thank you, Shyama, for your support. Okay, let's move on to the second category of the award. We invite Binda Pandey, a member of the jury, to join us on the stage now to announce the winner of the Kamla Bhasin Award in the second category. Ms. Pandey is a Nepalese political activist. She's a former member of the Federal Parliament who represented the Communist Party of Nepal. She also represented the Asia-Pacific Trade Union in the ILO governing body for a decade. She's authored 2 books. She has authored 2 books, Women Participation in Nepalese Trade Union Movement and Women in Nepali Politics. We welcome you, ma'am. I also invite Ishant Kumar Rajput, the country co-lead of I Partner India, to join us on the stage to felicitate Ms. Pandey. Thank you so much, Ishant. Thank you, Ishant. Bindaji, I now request you to announce the winner in the second category.
Thank you very much. It is my privilege to be with you, and actually I want to remember the Kamala ji again. I met her actually 1996 when she was facilitating some of the program in Nepal on the gender issue to make more, the gender aware of our parliamentarian. Then we started continuously meeting her. Later on, she was a very good friend of the Nepali women's movement and the trade union movement. And later on, we were organizing the 1-month-long course also in Nepal. So during that time also, in the Tewa, our friends also here. So whenever that program we're organizing in Tewa, so we regularly met her. And actually in the South Asia, she's the inspiration of the feminist movement. She's the iconic of the feminist movement, and she's always the strength within us. And whenever there is some obstacle in the life and the struggle, so always we feel the Kamala within us, and then we move forward. So Kamala will be always in our memory and in our activities and as a strength to move forward, to fight for the old having gender equality and the non-discriminatory society. So thank you very much for providing me this opportunity. And I am privileged to be regularly in this event. I was here in the first event, second event, and this is the third time also. So I really feel a privilege. So now I would like to announce the second category. So, a trans man working towards the enabling gender just ecosystem. So he is Sunil Mohar R. Welcome, and congratulations. And
we request Sunil to join us on the stage.
We hope this inspiration will spread the strength beyond the South Asia, not only in the South Asia. And this category, it is really very difficult struggle they are fighting. So you are welcome and congratulations. Okay.
Bindaji, we would now like you to present the award to Sunil. Can the backstage team come on stage with the award for Sunil? Can we take one with the award as well? Thank you so much, Bindaji. I'd also like to introduce Sunil to all of you. Sunil Mohan is a facilitator, an ethnographic researcher, an activist, a thinker, and a writer. He has been engaging with the issues of queerness, gender expressions and fluidity, masculinity, caste, and marginalization. Through his rich body of work, he's visibilized the realities and issues of trans men and trans masculine communities, and nuanced the understanding of masculinity through the lenses of power, marginalization, and intersectionality. At the age of 20, Sunil left his home in Kerala, having suffered violence within his natal family, and found acceptance and care with a trans woman in a community in Bengaluru. Having lived as a genderqueer person all his life, he struggled to find a language for his own dilemmas, questions, and experiences. His own struggle led him to work towards expanding the contours of gender expressions beyond the frameworks of identities, contribute towards the knowledge of transitioning, and bring a deeper understanding of gender, sexuality, and caste into the fabric of everyday politics. Sunil, we'll now request you to say a few words.
Thank you. Firstly, I would like to thank the Kamla Bhasin team for awarding me with this and recognizing my work. This is the first time recognition which I am receiving it, and with full-heartedly I received this. And this I see it as like my way forward of going forward with more strength and courage. And in this time, I would like to remember my co-travelers and my friends, and thank my friends who have been traveled with me this long. And I would remember the co-travelers who have left and ended their journeys in according to the societal intolerance. And I thank everyone who have given me this strength and courage to drive myself into this long. And I will continue. This is I'll take it as this is a responsibility also on me, that now I will continue this fight until my breath. I must promise that now I will uphold the dignity of Kamla Bhasin's work and ideas, and I will continue to uphold that dignity and work and the ideas of inclusivity in my travel. I will continue to be like this, and I will continue to be there for the community, and I'll work for the inclusivity of all human beings in this country. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Sunil. And also thank you for that very powerful message. Now let us move on to the special jury awards. We invite Ms. Alka Sharma, the board member of Azad Foundation, to join us on the stage to announce the special jury award in the first category. We welcome you, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you for this proud privilege. In the same stream, I must also declare my first meeting with Kamla, which was the winters of 1984. Don't remember the exact date, but I remember her electrifying presence, and it will remain with me always. Been a privilege to meet her subsequently too. The Special Jury Award Category 1 for a woman practitioner of non-traditional livelihood. Proud privilege to call upon Jaya Chakma. Can I hand over the mic? Yes.
Thank you so much, Alka ji. भाई तालियों में थोड़ी गर्माहट तो हो। हाँ, अब बात हुई। ये तालियों का सिलसिला अभी खत्म नहीं होना चाहिए। हाँ, ये जारी रहना चाहिए। चलिए, let us introduce Jaya to all of us. Jaya Chakma is a trailblazer as Bangladesh's first female FIFA football referee. FIFA, pardon me. It is extraordinary being the first FIFA football referee because this is a role that remains unconventional for women, especially those from the minority Chakma tribe and Buddhist community. At the age of 11, she began playing football with boys in her village of Rangamati and later represented Bangladesh in the national football team in 2008 and 2012. After a stint on the national team, Jaya aspired to become a FIFA-credited referee, and despite a FIFA quota for women referees, Bangladesh has never had a FIFA-accredited female referee until Jaya. And Jaya has worked extremely hard to reach here. Today, she is a full-time football coach at Bangladesh's Krida Shiksha Pratishthan, and under her leadership, young girls won the prestigious Subrata Cup 3 times consecutively in consecutively in 2007, 18, and 19. And she's trained over 300 women in football and refereeing. Jaya, we would now request you to say a few words. She'll be speaking in Bangla, so we request Dolon Ganguly to come on the stage to translate Jaya's words for us.
জুজু নমস্কার আমি জয়া চাকমা এবং আমি আমার অনুভূতি প্রকাশের শুরুতে আমি একটা ছোট ঘটনা দিয়ে শুরু করতে চাই।
My name is Jaya Chakma. I would like to start with a small incident of my life.
আমি একবার প্র্যাকটিস করে পাবলিক বাসে ফিরতেছিলাম এবং ওই সময় আমি সেক্সুয়ালি হ্যারাসড হই পাবলিক বাসে। তো ওই সময়ে আমার মনে হয়েছিল যেহেতু আমি জার্সি পরেছিলাম, ট্রাকস্যুট পরেছিলাম, সেই ক্ষেত্রে আমি মনে হয় সেই ছেলেটাকে প্রভোগ করেছি কিংবা কোনো কারণে আমি দোষী যে সেই কাজটা করার জন্য। নিজেকে আমার খুব খারাপ লাগছিল ওই সময়ে।
Once I was coming from practice in a bus wearing a jersey, and I was sexually harassed, and I felt very bad. I thought maybe I have provoked the person who harassed me. I mean, wearing this jersey is something, the provoking dress, and I felt very guilty and bad.
তখন আমার বয়স 27 হবে। তো আমি খেলা শুরু করেছি 2002 থেকে কম্পিটিটিভ স্পোর্টস। তো ঠিক ওই ঘটনার পরে আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছিল যে আমি মনে হয় যা করছিলাম এত বছর বয়স, এত বছর ধরে, এটা মনে হয় আমি ভুল কাজ করছি।
সালটা কি বললে?
2002।
It was in 2002-03, and she felt that
মানে 2002 থেকে আমি শুরু করেছিলাম, কিন্তু যখন হচ্ছে আমার বয়স 27 শেষ হলো কিছু বছর আগে, তখন এই ঘটনাটা হয়েছে এবং আমার কাছে মনে হয়েছে পুরাটাই আমি ভুল কাজ করছি।
Okay. She started playing from 2002, but it happens to her when she has spent already 27 years in this profession, and she some days back, and she felt so bad. She felt that maybe she has been doing a wrong work, or she has chosen a wrong profession.
তারপরে এরকম একটা সময়ের মধ্যে একদিন আমি কমলা বাসিনকে আমি জানতাম না, কিন্তু একদিন হঠাৎ করে আমি একটা ভিডিও আমার সামনে আসে। ওই ইন্টারভিউতে উনি এত সুন্দর একজন বলছিলেন, আমি দেখলাম যে যখন হচ্ছে কোনো মেয়েকে কেউ হচ্ছে এরকম হ্যারাস করে কিংবা তাকে হচ্ছে অসম্মান করে, সেটা আসলে আমাদের মেয়েদের অসম্মান হয় না, কারণ আমরা কেউ বলি নাই যে আমাদের কষ্ট করে এই অর্জনের সম্মান আমরা আমাদের শরীরের কোথাও রেখেছি, যে সেটা কেউ ধরলে কিংবা সেটাকে হচ্ছে সে খারাপ ব্যবহার করলে সেটা নষ্ট হয়ে যাবে।
I didn't know who is Kamla Bhasin, but suddenly I saw a video of Kamla Bhasin, and I heard she said that if someone harasses us sexually, it's not that we have kept our honor. We haven't said any time that we have kept our honor in some parts of our body, so that if anybody touches us, our honor will ruined. So she heard that from Kamla.
আজকের এই কমলা বাসিন অ্যাওয়ার্ডটা পাওয়া আমার জন্য একটা বিশাল সৌভাগ্যের, এবং আমি মনে করি এই প্রতিষ্ঠা এবং এই সম্মান, আমি এটা কমলা বাসিন অ্যাওয়ার্ডটা আমার জীবনটাকে একেবারে অন্যরকম একটা ইম্প্যাক্ট তৈরি করে দিল। কারণ আমি আমার বাচ্চাদের ট্রেনিং করাই, এখন আমি বাচ্চাদের ট্রেনিং করাই প্রায় 60 জনের মতো বাচ্চা ফুটবল ট্রেনিং করে। আমার ওই এক্সপিরিয়েন্স থেকে আমি এখন আমার বাচ্চাদেরকে ফুটবল শেখানোর পাশাপাশি এটা শিখাই যে যখন তোমার সাথে কেউ অসম্মানমূলক কাজ করে, এখানে তোমার কোনো দোষ নেই এবং তুমি এটাতে গিল্টি নাও।
So this award, she's very thankful for this award, and this award has several impacts in her life, and now she trains around 60 girls in football, and she, along with the football, she teaches them that if someone hurts you or someone disrespects you, it's nothing to do with you, or it's not your problem, or you shouldn't feel guilt for that.
আমি বাংলাদেশের চাকমা কমিউনিটি বিলং করি এবং আমরা 18 কোটি জনগণের মধ্যে আমাদের জনসংখ্যা 4 লাখ। সেখান থেকে আজকে আমি বাংলাদেশের প্রথম ফিফা রেফারি হয়েছি এবং বাংলাদেশকে এরকম দেশের বাইরে আন্তর্জাতিকভাবে হচ্ছে রিপ্রেজেন্ট করতে পারছি। এটার পিছনে হচ্ছে এই চিন্তাটা যে আমি ওই সময়ে ভাবছিলাম যে আমি যদি এটা যদি আমার ভুল আমি করছিলাম, তাহলে আমার তো এই কাজটা করা ঠিক না, আমার এটা ছেড়ে দেওয়া উচিত। কিন্তু ওই মুহূর্তে কমলা বাসিনের ওই ইন্টারভিউটা আমাকে হচ্ছে ওই কারেজটা দিয়েছে এবং ওই মনোবলটা দিয়েছিল যে হচ্ছে আমি ছাড়বো কেন, কারণ আমার এখানে কোনো দোষ নেই, যার কারণে আমি বাংলাদেশে হচ্ছে এখনও পর্যন্ত হচ্ছে এরকমভাবে পারফর্ম করতে পারছি।
She belongs to Chakma community. Chakma community is the people of number of people in Chakma community is 4 lakhs within the 18 crores in Bangladesh. The total population of Bangladesh is 18 crore, and she feels that she has continued her work. The refereeing and the playing due to this Kamla's message, the video what she heard, and today she is representing Bangladesh. She is having such honor for her country, and it was possible because she heard that Kamla's video. Otherwise she could have left her profession or job, or in being in sports.
আমি ধন্যবাদ জানাতে চাই আজাদ ফাউন্ডেশনকে এবং ন্যাশনাল ফাউন্ডেশন ফর ইন্ডিয়া এবং আই পার্টনারকে এরকম একটা সম্মান এবং প্রতিষ্ঠা আমাকে দেওয়ার জন্য। আমি আজকে এতগুলো বছর দৌড়াচ্ছি এবং আমার আরও সামনে অনেক বছর সময় পড়ে রয়েছে কাজ করার, এবং যতদিন আমি কাজ করব ততদিন আমি কমলার যোদ্ধা হয়ে কাজ করতে চাই। এই প্রতিষ্ঠায় এই সম্মান আজকে এখান থেকে আমি নিয়ে যাচ্ছি। ধন্যবাদ।
She conveys her thanks to 3 organizations, Azad Foundation, NFI, and I Partner India. And she says that she will work, she is taking encouragement and energy from here, and she will continue to work. And from now onwards, throughout her life, she wants to work as a warrior of Kamla Bhasin.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you and congratulations, Jaya. And while you've said that you've taken a lot of energy from here, I'm pretty sure that you've given a lot of energy to everyone sitting over here. So huge round of applause for Jaya. And now, last but not the least, we will move on to the jury award in the second category. I invite Dr. Sanjay Patra, the chair of iPartner India, to join us on the stage to announce the winner of the Kamla Bhasin Award, the Kamla Bhasin Special Jury Award in the second category. Dr. Patra is the executive director of CPS Services. He's been involved in the development sector for over 30 years, and his skill and experience have contributed to strengthening financial governance in organizations in India, South Asia, and across. Sir.
Good afternoon. It's a pleasure and a joy to be with all of you. As is the practice now that everyone is talking about their own association with Kamla, I also had the privilege of knowing her from 2000, have met her on several occasions. I don't want to get into the details of it. That's not what it is for, but the memory of her lasts. And I don't know how many of you know that she was a humorist. She had a bag full of jokes. She wrote a book, or maybe 2, and every time we would meet, we would exchange the latest jokes that both of us had. So some memories that keep on. Well, let me announce the special jury award. Category 2 goes to Nikhil Taneja, a male working towards enabling a gender-just ecosystem. Nikhil Taneja.
Nikhil, please join us on the stage. Thank you so much, Dr. Patra. Let me also introduce you to Nikhil. Nikhil Taneja is a writer, producer, mental health and gender equity advocate, and the co-founder of Yuva, a media organization that works towards creating impact in the lives of young Indians. Yuva believes in the power of storytelling and entertainment. With Yuva, Nikhil has traveled to over 150 colleges and universities across 40+ cities in India to create a safe space for over 15,000 young Indians. On these road shows, he heard several hundred young men talk about loneliness and lack of a support system in their lives. This also led him to create and host a chat series called Be a Man Yaar that features Indian men like Javed Akhtar, Nasiruddin Shah, and Karan Johar, and many more, speaking on masculinity, vulnerability, and mental health. And if you've still not watched Nikhil shows, you must go today and watch it for sure. So Nikhil, I would now request you to say a few words.
मैंने एक स्पीच लिखी थी हिंदी में, ये सोचकर कि सब हिंदी स्पीच देंगे, बट सब ने इंग्लिश स्पीच दे दी, और अब मैं ही रह गया हूँ हिंदी की स्पीच बोलने वाला. बट इसे मुझे पढ़ना पड़ रहा है. पर नमस्ते, मैं इस सम्मान के लिए आज़ाद फाउंडेशन, NFI, आई पार्टनर और जूरी का तहे दिल से शुक्रिया अदा करना चाहूँगा. कमला भसीन अवार्ड जीतना मेरे लिए बहुत गर्व की बात है और एक बहुत बड़ी जिम्मेदारी भी है, जैसे सुनील जी ने भी कहा था. 8 साल पहले मुझे क्लिनिकल एंग्जाइटी या चिंता वर्ग का डायग्नोसिस दिया गया. रोग होने से ज़्यादा लोग क्या कहेंगे, इस डर से मैं अपनी कठिनाइयों के बारे में किसी को बता नहीं पाया. मुझे कई साल थेरेपी लेने के बाद समझ आया कि मैं अकेला मर्द नहीं था जो अकेलेपन से जूझ रहा था, पर मैं कई मर्दों की तरह अकेला पड़ गया था, क्योंकि बड़े होते हुए मैंने किसी भी मर्द को मेंटल हेल्थ या मानसिक स्वास्थ्य के बारे में बात करते हुए नहीं सुना था. बचपन से मेरे पेरेंट्स, रिलेटिव्स, टीचर्स, समाज ने एक ही निर्देश दिया था, मर्द बनने का, बी अ मैन कहकर. बी अ मैन का मतलब समझा जाता है रोना नहीं, एक्सप्रेस नहीं करना, सख्त रहना है, गुस्सा दिखाना है और दर्द छुपाना है. पैसा कमाना है, पैसा जोड़ना है, रोटी कपड़ा और मकान पाना है, अपने परिवार को संभालना है, चाहे खुद को संभाल ना पाओ. ये मैस्कुलिनिटी के टॉक्सिक स्टीरियोटाइप समाज ने बनाए हैं. हम में से कुछ इन्हें लड़ रहे हैं और कुछ इन्हें जी भी रहे हैं. और इन्हीं स्टीरियोटाइप्स और इस बी अ मैन की सोच को बदलने के लिए मैंने एक चैट शो बनाया था, बी अ मैन यार. इस शो पे जावेद अख्तर, नसीरुद्दीन शाह, डॉक्टर विकास दिव्य कीर्ति, करण जौहर, विकी कौशल जैसी प्रसिद्ध हस्तियों ने वल्नरेबिलिटीज़ और अपनी समस्याओं की बातें करी हैं और महिलाओं की इज़्ज़त और सम्मान की बातें भी की है. और ये मैंने इसलिए बनाया था ताकि ये शो देखकर शायद किसी दिन जब किसी मर्द को कोई बोले रो मत, बी अ मैन, वो बोल पाए इट्स ओके टू क्राई, बी अ मैन यार. जब कोई कहे मर्द को दर्द नहीं होता, बी अ मैन, वो प्यार से कह पाएँ दर्द से ही मर्द बनता है दोस्त, बी अ मैन यार. और जब कोई बोले फीलिंग दिखाकर वीक मत बनो, बी अ मैन, वो फीलिंग्स वाली झप्पी देकर बोले फीलिंग्स ही स्ट्रेंथ है, बी अ मैन यार. If I had to summarize all of this in one line in English, I would say, we have taken centuries to tell our young women that they don't just need to be nurturers, they can also be providers. Let's not take centuries to tell our young men that they don't only have to be providers, they can also be nurturers to themselves and to others. Because the problem and the danger in our society is that unfortunately men in our society are learning what it is to be a man before they can ever learn what it means to be human. Let's change that. Thank you so much.
Thank you and congratulations, Nikhil. Your words again reminded us of Hope's words today. that what are the radical possibilities of joy in the world that we live in, and also how we need to treat our bodies as homes. So thank you so much for that, Nikhil. And once again, a huge round of applause for Nikhil. तालियां बंद मत करिए, एक बारी फिर से सारे विनर्स के लिए तालियां बजा दीजिए. And once again, a heartfelt gratitude towards all our jury members, and a huge round of applause for them as well. तो देखते ही देखते इस अवार्ड ने अपने 3 साल का सफ़र तय कर लिया है. आज के इस खास दिन पर एक खास अनाउंसमेंट भी है. आई इनवाइट बिराज पटनायक, मीनू वधेरा and Nisha Dubey to join us on the stage to make this special announcement. Biraj is the Executive Director of National Foundation for India. Meenu is the founder of Azad Foundation, and Nisha is the country co-lead of iPartner India. Stays.
So thank you, everybody. And thank you, Niharika, for getting us here. This is a very, very special moment for us as we complete 3 years of Kamla Bhasin Award, a journey which has been so beautiful, so wonderful, so vibrant, so much like what Kamla would have loved to be part of it. And it couldn't have been possible without all of you sitting here. It couldn't have been possible without the lovely applications that we received over these 3 years. It couldn't have been possible without the beautiful collaboration that existed between these organizations. I think the experience embodied what we have talked about. Whatever we remembered of Kamla this morning, we talked about collective. It has been a vast collective. We talked about South Asia. I think right from the beginning, the award embodied the spirit of South Asian regionalism in itself. We have a wonderful jury which is from all these different countries. Over the 3 years, we have received 211 applications, 157 in first category and 54 in the second. And the applications are from people living in difficult circumstances across diversities, people with special abilities, people from lower caste, people from different marginalized communities, ethnicities, sexualities. And we have been able to build such a collage of experiences that have enriched us as we have been able to identify these gems all through the 3 years. So we decided that in the spirit of this award being South Asian, it is time that we send Kamla to her lovely preferred home in Nepal. So we are very, very thrilled to invite Ramaji and Urmila from Teva, and we want to announce to all of you that this award is going to next year be hosted by Teva in Kathmandu. So we have this, a labor of love, a little painting, portrait of Kamla, which we hand over to you. You take it with you.
Kamla Chali Nepal.
Kamla Chali Nepal. Thank you, Ramaji, Urmilaji, and we so look forward to this whole, journey carrying forward. And
thank you.
If you can say a few words. If you can say a few words, please.
Okay.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
I'll stay here. So can I?
I have been sitting here for, and watching everyone here. I have one few lines song from Kamla ji. मिलकर हम नाचेंगे गाएंगे मिलकर हम खुशियाँ मनाएंगे जिंदगी सपने खुद सजाएंगे. And this song has been always inspirational for me all the time. Now I would like to say a few words on behalf of TEWA. Namaste and warm greetings to you all and everyone here. It is truly an honor to be here today celebrating the life and legacy of Kamla ji. Her work and her vision have been a guiding light for so many of us who are working to create a more just and equal society. In 2015, I had privilege in the Sangati workshop conducted in Nepal. That experience was truly transformative to me. It deepened my understanding of empowerment and grassroots activism and shaped my journey in many ways. For that, I am grateful forever. At TEWA Women's Fund, Kamla ji's teaching have always been a source of inspiration. To honor her remarkable contributions, we have named one of our training hall Kamla Hall in 2015. Also, we planted a sweet orange tree to honor the cherished memory and legacy of Kamla ji. And the oranges is every year growing, sometimes 100, sometimes 60 like that. In heartfelt gestures, soil was brought from her residence to nourish the tree. It gives constant reminder of her spirit, her vision, her belief in the power of social change. On behalf of TEWA Women's Funds, we would like to humbly host next year's Kamla Award Ceremony in TEWA. It would be our privilege to welcome all of you to our country, where her ideas have deeply touched lives and movements. Hosting this event would be a heartfelt way to celebrate her legacy. Thank you to the organization for this beautiful event and to all of you for keeping Kamla ji's legacy present. We hope to see you next year. Thank you.
Thank you, Biraj, Meenu, and Nisha for this exciting news. And thank you, Urmila ji and Rama ji, for joining us today and for taking Kamla to Nepal. और आप सब भी अपने अगले साल के नेपाल जाने के प्लान बना लीजिए, क्योंकि ये कारवां तो बढ़ता ही चला जाएगा. अब स्टेज पे इतनी हलचल मच रही है तो आप समझ ही गए होंगे कि कौन आने वाली है. सब इंतज़ार में हैं, and maybe while waiting for her you've missed a few heartbeats, and you're also probably inside your head already grooving to her scintillating voice. You guessed it right. I'm talking about none other than the phenomenal, the iconic, and the unforgettable Usha Utthup ji. और तेज. Can we pause the music for a while? अब जितनी दमदार आवाज़ उषा जी की है उतने दमदार तरीके से हमें उनका स्वागत भी करना है. Recently she was awarded the Padma Bhushan, the third highest civilian honor in India. And as many of you might already know, that in 2011 she was awarded the Padma Shri. Well, this crowd is not going to let me complete my introduction of Usha ji. तो आप एक बार बहुत दमदार तालियों के साथ उनका स्वागत ही कर दीजिए.
Hi everybody. Namaskar, namaskaram, sat sri akal, salam alaikum to each and every one of you. What can I say except it's just beautiful to be a part of all of you. Thank you so much for having me here. And thanks to, how do I say it, to the people who've made me come to where I am. 55 years of singing, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, there are people on top as well. Hi. This is really amazing. Yeah, maybe you can give me a little bit more voice in there without the feedback. There's a feedback, slight feedback. Yeah. Oh, there you are. It's absolutely brilliant to be a part of this. And I'd like to say thank you at the very outset to Azad Foundation, I Partner India, National Foundation for India, to each and every person who I've known even before. And I think for those of you who know me, hi, thank you for the introduction.
Well, I wasn't quite done with it.
You're done with it?
No, I wasn't done with it, but it's okay, Usha ji. We have just been waiting for you so eagerly, and as many words as I may use, we cannot do justice to you.
No, don't say that, because I need people like you to be with me, because, you know, the generation gap. Okay, we need to say, hi Anjana ji, thank you. She's our chauffeur, she's just brilliant. Yeah, let's have a big hand for this. She's been taking us all around. बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. आप बहुत अच्छे से गाड़ी चलाते हैं. Thank you so much.
So, Usha ji, if you can give me a moment.
No, I won't give you a moment.
Please, please.
I just want to say that, you know, it's lovely to be introduced by someone like you, because the people think that, you know, the generation, what do they know about me? And let me tell you that I have very, very elderly people come up to me and say that I have inspired them to get married. And they used to hear my songs when I started singing 55 years, and then their children, now their grandchildren, and some of them even their great-grandchildren are holding hands and listening to my music. Yeah, so music really has no barriers of caste, color, creed, gender, age, or sex. So I want to say thank you to each and every one of you, especially to you.
It's my good fortune, Usha ji, that I could introduce you today. I feel very blessed. And on that note, I would also request Mr. Satyanand Mishra and Biraj Patnaik to come on the stage and present a token of our love to Usha ji. Usha ji, we want to present a memento to you, to remember, cherish, and thank you for working with Kamla and for many feminists across the globe. Thank you so much. And
Thank
here
you.
we have
Thank
Mr.
you so
Mishra.
much. Oh, there you are. Thank you. So wonderful. Thank you so much. Am I supposed to stand every time? No, that's okay. Let me tell you a little secret about this wonderful hot pink that he's putting around my neck. Thank you, Dee. I chose it myself. I mean, there were... Ooh, this is lovely. Thank you so much. Thank you. It's so kind of you to do this for me. Thank you. And yes, I chose this one because I said I also want this. And there were a whole lot over there. All were very pretty. But I just thought, this just brings out the heart in me. Oh, you went away. Are you going to say anything more? Okay. I wanted to say that the first time I ever got a shawl in Madras, and it was by Nalli Chettiar, And there were lots of important people on the stage. And when they gave me the shawl, this must have been when I was maybe 10 years into my singing. And I said, one thing that happens when you get a shawl is either you discover that it's too hot, and then I thought, no, either it's too cold, so you get a shawl, or you're getting old. So, and I knew at that time that it wasn't too cold in Madras, and I knew I wasn't getting old. And let me tell you, even today, it may be cold outside, but it's really warm inside. Yeah. So getting a shawl is always wonderful because I'm never getting old. I'm not allowing that. And you are the people who make it happen for me. Never get old. I mean, they say age is just a number. Let it be there, but you don't have to follow it. Right? You just don't get old. I don't allow it. Also, get rid of that word from your vocabulary, retire. Never do that. Never. And this is really special advice to all of you. Not advice, sharing feelings with all of you, yeah. I also want to say to all the women who, you wouldn't be happy and successful in doing what you're doing and fighting for all those women's issues. Don't do it. Fight for it, for sure. But remember, every woman's issue is a man's issue. So let's walk hand in hand with man instead of fighting all the time. It's worked for me, and I'm sure it'll work for you. It has to work for you, really. Because when you know the blueprint, as we all women know the blueprint to a fight, yeah. If you say something, he's going to say something else. I'm talking about husbands and wives, yeah. And relationships, yeah. You know everything, but you tend to forget, or rather you want to forget, so you forget a lot of things and get on the fight all the time. I'm an old soul, I think, from deep within, and I learned very, very early in life that the true thing is that we preempt every fight that there ever has been. Woman is Shakti, Stri Shakti, which we all talk about. How many people really feel it from within? You don't need to keep shouting about it and saying, I'm Shakti, I'm Shakti, I'm Shakti. I'm not. I couldn't be Shakti if I didn't have a strong man beside me. And we all have wonderful, strong men. Hi, you want to take a good photo? Let me pose. Thanks. Yes, I think it's very, very important to have wonderful men support us. And are you going away? You didn't like that sentence? Hello? Yeah, I'm talking to you. Were they coming back fast? Oh, good, okay. Let them check if everything's all right. So I think it's important for all women to realize the power that is within. Sometimes use of over Shakti destroys, and it can only destroy. So let us pledge one more time, just like I did with Kamla Bhasin. What a wonderful human being. What a wonderful, beautiful personality. And, she really looked like a rock star to me with her punk hairstyle. And she was so good, really. And I've done so many shows for her, with her, by her, including 1 Million Rising everywhere. If you feel like giving me a hand for that, because you never knew about it. You don't know many of the things that I've been doing, but that doesn't matter because there are many people in my family who don't know all the things that I'm doing. They don't even know what I'm here for. But does that matter? It matters that you and I know what we're here for. And that is truly the most important thing. I've been around for 55 years singing, started off as a nightclub singer. Very proud to say that I'm still a nightclub singer, because the whole scene changed from a place where people thought only men went. Because they were supposed to be bad places where women took out their clothes and danced and whatever. But I'm the original item girl. So, all the women in the audience became my best friends because they knew I was no danger to their husbands with the kind of body and face that I have. So, yeah, they had to worry about other people, but not me. So, I keep saying it often, and because I believe in it, that just don't worry about it. Just be who you are, and don't try to be something else. Believe in what you say, and if you really want to make your dreams come true, you've got to start dreaming right now. Let the dream be really big, because if you don't have a dream, how will you make the dream come true? So we all need to dream. Ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who thought that a person like myself, who's singing, item songs or whatever, as I said, I'm a real item myself, so I'm happy about that. But so many people follow me, they either try to emulate the way I sing, or maybe the way I dress, or like, I love the bindi you're wearing. So there are so many things about being a nightclub singer. We broke a lot of ceilings, but I never did it because I wanted to be different. It just so happened that I was different, had a different kind of voice. And people thought that all pure and chaste girls in the Hindi films must have that kind of a voice, ekdam pure and surili, and just like Lataji Mangeshkar. So all the good girls like Madhubala and Meena Kumari, though they may have been items like me, but still, they all got Lataji's voice, and all the bad girls got my voice. So that's okay, because there are beautiful singers like Reshma ji, Begum Akhtar, so many wonderful singers who have bass voices like myself. And so I think never try to fit into something else which you don't know about. Me, I know my limitations, I know my weaknesses, and only if you diagnose your weakness or your illness or your limitation can you cure it, or can you live with it. And me, that's how. I made all my limitations my strengths. And that's how I would say all of you should be. I have so many limitations, like I say, I never learned to note music. So then how come after 55 years I'm still here? It's because of all of you and your good wishes, a great family infrastructure who supports you. So everybody asks me, how does your husband support you? How did he help you? I say, by never helping. A big hand for the men who do that. Because truly, if Johnny had never supported me, and if it couldn't have happened, truly. He never, ever came in my way, never interfered in my career, and just allowed me to grow and be who I am. So, yeah. So it's important to have a good family infrastructure and people around you who always keep you grounded. So it's y'all, it's my family, it's my musicians, it's the people on sound, all the technicians who help us do all the things that we do. And of course, for me, it's Somaresh and Rinta. Let's have a big hand for them who do so much for me. By the way, they also got beautiful shawls, beautiful ones. And I want all of you to know they don't feel cold. And they are nowhere being old. Thanks to all of you for doing that. Because if we appreciate the people who help us along the way, it will always, always be wonderful for us. Like I got an opportunity to meet up. One more thing, I'm also a good liar. Yeah? So if you can figure out most times I'm honest, but sometimes I tell lies. Like, I'm a James Bond there. Oh, you thought that was a lie? Well, he said I had a very beautiful body. Now that I said, thank you so much, James Bond. What can I do for you? He said, will you please, 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 please act in my film? I said, okay, I'd love to do that. So, ladies and gentlemen, he said, I'd like you to act on the 30th. We're shooting 30th. It'll be really marvelous if you can do that. 30th, 2024 of November. Will you be able to do it? And I said, oh, Bond, I'm so sorry, James Bond. I've given the date to all of you. But I'm still singing his songs. And here's a song which all of you will love very much, especially for James Bond. The Oscar Award-winning song and film, Skyfall in a Sari. Thank you. So help me, God. Help me sing the song like I've never sung before. This is the end. Hold your breath and count to 10. Feel the earth moving then. Hear my heart burst again. For this is the end. I've drowned and dreamt each moment. So overdue I am. Swept away I'm stolen. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Face it all together. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Face it all together at skyfall. That skyfall. Skyfall is where we start. 1,000 miles and poles apart, where worlds collide and days are dark. You may have my number, you can take my name, but you'll never have my heart. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Face it all together. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Face it all together at skyfall. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Where you go, I go.
What you see, I see. I know I'll never be me without the security of your loving arms, keeping me from harm. Put your hand in my hand and we'll stand. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Face it all together. Let the sky fall. When it crumbles, we will stand tall. Face it all together as sky falls. That sky falls.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I know I sang it well. But then I prayed before, right? And when I pray to my God, I pray actually to all of you to please let me hit the right notes and don't sing badly. That's all I live for, is the stage, really. And for all your applause and appreciation. आपके तालियों के बगैर कोई भी शिल्पी, we can't live without that. And if you find that I have a lump in my throat and tears in my eyes, it's because I always say, ये मत कहो खुदा से मेरी मुश्किलें बड़ी हैं, ये मुश्किलों से कह दो मेरा खुदा बड़ा है. Ji. It's because of that I'm able to carry on like this, truly. As I always say, all of us have so many problems in life, but it's nothing compared to the problems that so many other people have. Ours are just little. I want you to know that the song that I'm going to sing now for you is a song I can't sing without you. In any case, I can't sing anything without you. Do you like my sari? Oh, good. All these lovely decorations over here, you can't even see the border and my lovely Kanjivaram sneakers. I've got beautiful sneakers on, ladies and gentlemen. Kanjivaram. Oh, it's made Kanjivaram, yeah? So, I mean, I made it myself. हाथ से बनाए मैंने. हाँ. वैसे मैं बहुत काम की चीज़ हूँ. जैसे कहती हूँ ना, जिसकी बीवी मोटी उसका भी बड़ा काम है. घर में ले आओ मोची का क्या काम है. Yes, the mochis who do my shoes for me. A big, big hand for all of them, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a song for all of you to sing. Oh, hi, did you just come in? Oh, you just came in? You were here, okay, you heard my first song. Good. I hate it when I lose even one person. Really. So here it is, and I want all of you to sing with me, okay? Hi. एक बार हमें बता दीजिए कौन सी साइड से ले रहे हैं तो ऐसे में. ये साइड. Are you ready? No New Year's Day to celebrate. No chocolate covered candy hearts to give away. No first of spring, no song to sing. In fact, it's just another ordinary day. No April rain,
no flowers bloom, no wedding Saturday within the month of June. But what it is something true, made up of these three words that I must sing for you. Everybody in the hall sing. I just called to say I love you too. I just called to say how much I care. Yes, I do. I just called to say that I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Say no summer's high, no summer's high, no warm July, no warm July, no harvest moon, no harvest moon, to light one tender August night. No autumn leaves, no falling leaves, not even time for birds to fly to southern skies. And no Libra sun, no leaf, no Halloween, no giving thanks for all the Christmas joys you bring. But what it is something true, made up of these three words that I must sing for you. Everybody sing together. I love you too. I just called to say how much I care. Yeah, just called to say that I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. One more time. I just called to say I just called to say how much I care. Yes, I do. I just called to say, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Whoa, my, no, love you. Come on, everybody. I just called to say how much I care. Yes, I do. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Whoa, my heart, yes, mine. Superb. Love you all. Thank you so much. I saw you saying bye-bye to somebody just now. Why did you let her go? Oh, to get the, yeah, just lock the door. Okay, will you all sing? I just called to say 1, 2, 3. I just I just called to say how much. Lovely audience. I just called to say I love you, and I mean it from the bottom of my heart. You're just fantastic. You know, I always say that everyone, every human being has a song in their heart. और सभी लोग गा सकते हैं. बहुत अच्छे से गाया आपने. And I'd like for all of you to just ask you something just like that. You can just say ho ho, okay? Okay. Are you ready to say that with me? Okay. हाल कैसा है जनाब का, क्या ख्याल है. Now I'll tell you how beautifully you've been singing. Half of you will do the first harmony, okay? That is a melody. Will you do? You keep quiet, okay? This side. From here, this one, half, okay? Only you. Haal kaisa hai jan. Brilliant. Now I want you to say, they're singing, Haal kaisa, you say, Haal kaisa hai janab ka. Say. Okay, now you say, Haal kaisa hai. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Haal kaisa. You are just brilliant. लोग सोचते हैं कि सिर्फ क्लासिकल सिंगर्स ये सब कर सकते हैं, लेकिन remember you all are just fantastic. बोलिए. हिंदी सॉन्ग. ओके, आप जैसे कहेंगे वही कहेंगे. इसमें बड़ी बात तो है ही नहीं. समरेश जो है वहाँ पे he's got everything absolutely clicked on the dot. लोग सोचते हैं, how do I know my audience so well? Well, that's what makes me Usha Uttup. Because I know you all so well. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go. Gana hai lekin, it's very difficult to sing with the tracks, but I'll show you how. You can dance if you want to. Dam maro dam jayega bolo subah shaam. Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram. Dam maro dam jayega bolo subah shaam. Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram. अच्छा बताइए कौन सा दुनिया ने हमको दुनिया से हम सबकी परवाह, सबने हमारा दुनिया ने हमको दिया क्या, दुनिया से हमने लिया क्या. हम सबकी परवाह, सबने. Do the high one. And like Usha. Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna Hare Ram. और जब मैं पूछूं आपको सवाल, जोर से जवाब दीजिएगा, ओके? जाने जा ढूंढता फिर रहा हूँ तुम्हें रात दिन, मैं यहाँ सेवा आइए सनम तू कहाँ Whoa! Are we ready? Come on! दुनिया को दिखा दे हम सब, okay? Let's go! दुनिया में लोगों को धोखा आँखों में यारों का दिल खो जाता है एक और बार दुनिया में लोगों को धोखा तो भी हो जाता है आँखों में यारों का दिल खो जाता है I love you all. Are we ready now? देखें जरा किसमें कितना है दम चमके मेरे साथिया देखें जरा किसमें कितना है दम जम के रखना कदम मेरे साथिया जम के रखना कदम मेरे साथिया सिंह जम के मेरे साथिया हरे कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम हरे कृष्णा हरे राम जो भी करते हैं शान से करते नहीं तो करते नहीं right are we all ready let's go everybody get your hands together for Azad Foundation I partner and National Foundation for India and especially for Kamla Bhasin. Get your hands everybody. दोस्तों से प्यार किया आप सबों से बहुत प्यार किया जो भी किया हमने किया बोलिए और जोर से शान से दोस्तों से प्यार किया दुश्मनों से भी प्यार किया जो भी किया हमने किया शान से and just a couple of lines of Rumba Ho. Come on everybody in front. Get your hands. Where's my darling Uniqlo blouse? Are we ready? 6 times. Rumba Ho. Samba Ho. Rumba Ho. Samba Ho. Shabbat, hey मैं गाऊं प्लीज ओहो बोलिए, जितनी तुम प्यार से जियोगे उतनी ही जिंदगी रम्मा हो सम्मा हो। Hey मैं गाऊं प्लीज ओहो बोलिए, जितनी तुम प्यार से जी लोगे उतनी ही जिंदगी रम्मा हो बोलिए सम्मा हो। अब 10 बार कमला दी के याद में। Alright, can we have your hands and clapping everybody? Come on. Your time starts right now. Shall we go round 1? Say 2 and 3 and 4 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. Hey, Duyani I'm not so young. Magadine mo Carnaval on Soboya. I love you. तू मेरा जाने मन मैं तेरी महबूबा। मुस्कुरा अब मैं तू क्यों डूबा living we were living dancing yeah dancing for the people, but the love Ramma ho Samba ho Ramma ho शब्द गाना खत्म हो गया जी। Alright, next. Okay, one more, okay. One more or 2 more? Okay, this is a woman's song, so I have to sing it. All the women together, sing it for the men, and all the men together. Say you promise to behave and love, okay? Okay. Ladies, sing this with me, okay? अजीब हैं ये लोग, हमारा प्यार लेके और कहीं दे देते हैं। क्या मुसीबत है ये, right? Let's get it. Come on. Snap your fingers, come on. अजीब दास ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम। और एक बार एवरीबॉडी कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म जाम्बो, ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी, न वो समझ सके न हम। एक अंतरा करते हैं, बोलते हैं मुबारकें तुम्हें कि तुम किसी के नूर हो गए, किसी के इतने पास हो गए। What's it all about, huh? Come on girls, all the girls nicely. मुबारक किसी के। One more time, men, come on. Sorry बोल दीजिए ना। किसी के इतने पास हो ये सबसे वेरी बैड अजीब कहाँ शुरू कहाँ खत्म ये मंजिलें हैं कौन सी न वो समझ सके न हम And this अंतरा किसी का प्यार लेके तुम नया कहाँ बसाओगे वाह मेरी मैया वाह हमारा प्यार लेके उनके लिए फ्लैट खरीदे छोड़िए सॉरी कर दीजिए ना जल्दी किसी का प्यार लेके But all my men friends here are perfect gentlemen, right? किसी का प्यार ये कोई बात हुई बताइए मेरे प्यार लेके नारायण ये शाम जब भी आएगी you know the line right everybody sing अजीब love you न वो समझ सके न You sang so beautifully, but I know that all the men are also beautiful, yeah? They don't do these kind of things. Darling, no, that's my last song. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do Señorita. Señorita, are you ready to dance? I need the track here. Ready? Are you ready? अंजना दी कहाँ हैं आप? नाचिए अच्छे से. Okay, let's go. Let's go. All the handsome men. ¿Quién eres tú? ¿Dónde has estado?
Okay. Are we ready? Sorry. Okay. I need all of you to be dancing properly. You know all the words? ¿Quién eres tú? ¿Dónde has estado? He movido solo, pero no te encontré. He llegado hoy tan de repente y da sentido a toda mi vida con tu querer. No me समझा, no me जाना, जो भी तुमने मुझसे कहा है señorita, मगर फिर भी न जाने क्यों मुझे सुन के अच्छा लगा है señorita. No desvíes la mirada, quédate cerca de mí. मुझको बाहों में तुम घेरो, समझीना señorita. चाहत की दुनिया में lovely भूले हम होता हम है क्या señorita. Somos señoritas करते हैं क्या हम podré interpretar el sentido de las palabras que me dedicas. Pero el calor de tu mirar me hace sentir como una bella señorita. निगाहों से कई अरमानों की दास्तान है señorita. ये चाहत की मोहब्बत की सारी
दुनिया में एक ही जुबान है सिन्योरिता मुझसे आओ पास तुम मेरे मुझको बाहों में तुम घेरो समझी ना चाहत के दुनिया में ये भी कम है क्या भूले हम होता हम है क्या सिन्योरिता सुनो सिन्योरिता कहते हैं क्या जो भी पल बीता ये है सेन्योरिटा हर पल तुमने है वो जीता बस इतनी सी तो बातें है no devi la mirada che va a cerca baby मुझको बाहों में तुम घेरो समझीना सेन्योरिटा चाहत की कोमलती पाई दुनिया में ये भी कम है क्या आओ हो जाए भूले हम होता हम है क्या बारा टिक बारा बारा तेरा तेरा Get your hands, everybody. Time for celebration and time to love. Where are you from? Where are you from? Zimbabwe. Ah, lovely. But in Zimbabwe they don't speak Swahili. But you understand if I say Jambo sana, habari yako, uzuri sana. And you know when I say mimi nakupenda wewe sana, I love you too. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, Senorita was my last song. Normally people say, oh no. Okay. No, it's not. This one is. Ladies and gentlemen, abhi marenge aapko. Akamaka nakamaka dum dum chakamaka akamaka nakamaka ding ding chakamaka. Darling. Bangla okay yaar, the whole world is Bengali. इसके बाद नो अजीब लोग हैं आप लोग सो यानी सेकंड सॉन्ग से आप लोग कह रहे थे एक और गाना all right are you ready? Okay, are you ready for this? Okay, so the first line says, darling, आँखों से आँखें चार करने दो, रोको ना. Okay, तो प्यार तो करना ही है सबको, right? क्योंकि पता नहीं क्यों इतना झगड़ा हो रहा है सारी दुनिया में. Let us all get together and pledge one more time that we will bring peace, justice, safety and security all over India and the world. Are we ready for that? Yeah, let's go. And Judy after this. Darling, आँखों से आँखें चार करने दो, रखना I love you. डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो, रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो। कैफ है बहारा बेचैन जाने यारा, बुलबुल तो अभी इंतजार करने दो, डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो। Let's love everybody, come on! Darling, sorry तुझे संडे की दिन जहमत हुई। Darling, मिलना तेरा फजले खुदा रहमत हुई। सारी तुझे आते हुए जन्नत हुई। डार्लिंग मिलना तेरा फजले खुदा रहमत हुई, रहमत हुई। डार्लिंग खादिम को दिल पे तो इख्तियार करने दो, डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो, रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो। Get your hands everybody, come on! Darling, छोड़ो जरा शर्माने का ये कायदा, गैरत भी है क्या फायदा। डार्लिंग छोड़ो जरा शर्माने का ये कायदा, डार्लिंग गैरत भी है क्या फायदा, क्या फायदा। पब्लिक में सनसनी प्यार आंखों से रुको ना मुझको प्यार करने दो। बेकैफ है बहारा बेचैन जाने यारा, बुलबुल वही इंतजार करने दो, डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो, डार्लिंग आंखों से आंखें चार करने दो, डार्लिंग। Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And let me request all of you, please, whenever I did 1 Million Rising, this was one of the biggest songs that we had. And I'd like to do this song for all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Please, may I request you to put on your torches so that we can off the main lights. Can we put off the main lights? And just your torches. Come on, show us the spirit. Let's go. Lights are off. We'd like you to join in and sing this song. You walk on all alone. You walk on all alone. যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে, তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে, তবে একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো একলা চলো রে, যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে। If no one speaks to you, If no one speaks to you, don't feel you are unfortunate. If no one speaks to you, if everyone just looks away, and if they are scared, if everyone just looks away, and if they are scared, then open your heart. Speak out all the words you have in mind and walk on your road. Speak out all the words you have in mind and walk on your road. যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি সবাই ফিরে যায়, ওরে ওরে ও বাবা সবাই ফিরে যায়, যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না চায়, যদি গহন পথে যাবার কালে কেউ ফিরে না চায়, তবে পথের কাঁটা ও তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা তলোরে, ও তুই রক্ত মাখা চরণ তলে একলা তলোরে। If there's no one responding to your call, you walk on all alone. If no one shows the light, if no one shows the light, don't feel you are unfortunate. If no one shows the light, if they all shut their doors on you on a dark and stormy night, if they all shut their doors on you on a dark and stormy night, the thunder and lightning set your soul on fire, and in the blazing light you burn alone. Set your soul on fire, and in the blazing light you walk alone. It's been an absolutely fantastic afternoon for me. I hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much for your blessings and for your love. Love you so much. Thank you very much. Bye.
Can I request you to can you stay just a minute longer? We want you to be in a photograph with the winners and jury. Well, these okay. Finally, the mics are working. First of all, I'll request the winners, the 4 winners: Lalita, Sunil, Jaya, Nikhil, our jury members Khushi ji and Binda ji, and the entire KB Award team: Rita ji, Sumedha, Meenu, Biraj, Ishant, Nisha, Dolon, Srinivas, Mehtab. All of you to join us on the stage with for a photo op. Just a minute. And once again, our heartfelt gratitude towards Usha ji, her 2 team members, Samresh and Rinta, for putting this together for us. There are no words that can describe what we felt over here today, how much we have enjoyed today. We also thank all of you for joining us today in solidarity. Thank you, everyone, and please join us for lunch outside. Sumedha, can I also? Huh? Yeah, I'll just say. Biraj, can you please join us on the stage?
Biraj and Radhika.
Biraj and Radhika, if you're there in the room, can you please join us on the stage?